Steve McAuley, Chief Automotive Officer for Mota Motors, says fraud in private party used car sales will only escalate as the number of these sales grows, unless the industry works together to put a stop to it.
There's some interesting things taking place in our economy. We have a tough economic time right now over the last 18 months. We are seeing the automotive business in very difficult times. We're probably going to see new car sales perhaps as low as 9.5 million units this year or less, and that's down from 13 and down from 17.1 just 2 years ago. So we're seeing a shift of private parties actually going to buy used cars as opposed to buying new cars. They're holding their used cars longer. They're opting to repair their vehicle versus replace it, which was more of the profile going back in our prosperous years. I don't think the marketplace for private party transactions is going to get smaller. The estimates range anywhere from 40 to 42 million used cars will be sold in 2009. We have estimates that upwards of nearly 50% of those are private party transactions. I don't think the scale will change, but the types of fraud and the extent of fraud that exists in private party transactions could escalate unless we together do something about it. We have to educate consumers and really give them a toolkit, almost like a trust toolkit. It's my belief that online private party transactions can be the safest way to actually buy a private party car, because if together we can bring the tools to the consumer, such as learn about what you should ask about the prospective buyer or the prospective seller, get a vehicle history report for your vehicle through Carfax, get your vehicle inspected through Pep Boys, and let us give you pricing tools that can be provided by Edmunds or other resources like that to make sure that you price your vehicle appropriately to get it sold in the time that you want and at a fair price for what you're looking for. These private party transactions, in my opinion, improving that marketplace will ultimately strengthen the opportunities for the dealership community. The dealership community is struggling. We all know that. The situation that we have today for many people in their used vehicles is that they're actually underwater in the value of their vehicle versus what they owe on their loan or their lease. They may have to get out of their used vehicle today or may want to, but when they go to the dealership today, the dealership may be struggling to offer them the trade-in value that they need in order to sell that vehicle and make a new transaction. It's my belief that if we can have a solid private party marketplace, that dealerships can refer a client or prospective client to us, to the marketplace, to actually sell their vehicle to another private consumer and get that extra $2,000, $3,000 or $4,000 that they will need in order to pay off their loan. At that point, they could become a customer for another new vehicle through the dealership. It's my belief that if we can work together with an NADA, lobby together, we can actually help the dealership world, and it is a tough place and a tough environment for them today, but I think there's an opportunity to work together, and I would encourage NADA and ourselves, our consortium, to sit down together and talk about strategies that would work.